maupay nga kulop aton nga tanan, maupay nga kulop to our Vice Mayor Honorable Mario Bague, our Sangguniang Bayan members, our dedicated municipal officials and employees, our partners from the national government agencies, the department heads of the Municipality of Alangalang, and the barangay officials from our 54 barangays, together with their Sangguniang Kabataan representatives. We also warmly welcome our partners from the academe, representatives from our People's Council or our civil society organizations, and members of the different local organizations, including our local transport groups and our farmer organizations. A pleasant day as well to our friends from various business establishments and the private sector, and to our partners from the media who help bring our programs and accomplishments closer to the people. And above all, to the people of Alang-Alang, your presence today gives true meaning to this occasion. This gathering is not merely a presentation of accomplishments, but a celebration of our collective efforts, our shared dreams, and united journey toward a progressive and prosperous Alang-Alang by 2030. Today's State of the Municipality Address is more than a report. It is an act of accountability and a celebration of progress. It is our collective reflection on how far we have come, the challenges we have faced, and the milestones we have achieved together. The SOMA stands as a mirror of our shared commitment to transparency, good governance, and participatory development. It reminds us that progress is not the effort of one, but the result of unity, dedication, and shared purpose. As we look back on the year's accomplishment, we also reaffirm our collective direction under Alang-Alang's Vision 2030, a vision that continues to guide our programs, policies, and investments toward a more progressive, inclusive, and resilient municipality where every Alang-Alanganon shares in growth and opportunity. Handinbutusan ako han mga Alang-Alanganon kumo first termer nga mayor han 2019. Usa ka pinakauna nga aton ginbuhat amo ang pag-review kan aton daan nga vision or ang panlantaw ngan ang paghimo hin bag-o nga vision 2030 para mas klaro ngan konkreto kung tikain ang direksyon han pag-uswag han bungto han Alang-Alang. Ginhimo naton ini pinaagi in partisipatibo nga proseso. Insigurado ang partisipasyon han magkadurudilain nga sektor, kaupod ang aton mga barangay officials, mga sektor han katilingban, kababayinan, kabataan, parag-uma, negosyante, ngan iba pa nga mga stakeholders. Kay natuo kita nga ang tinuod nga plano para han kauswagan kinahanglan nga tikang mismo hakatawhan. Allow me to restate the vision that inspire all our actions and decisions. A premier, people-centered, agro-industrialized municipality by 2030. This vision is more than a statement of aspiration. It is our compass guiding every policy, every investment, and every reform we undertake. It defines our priorities, and measures our progress as one united community. Premier means that Alang-Alang continues to strive for excellence, competitiveness, and quality public service, ensuring that our people experience the best that local governance can offer. People-centered underscores our unwavering commitment to inclusive growth and social equality, a promise that every Alang-Alanganon, regardless of background or status, will have a share in the fruits of progress and that no one will be left behind. Agro-industrialized represents our strategic path toward agriculture-led economic transformation, where we empower our farmers and local enterprises through innovation, value-adding, and sustainable industry development. Through these three guiding pillars, every initiative, project, and reform we pursue moves closer to our shared dream, a thriving, resilient, and progressive Alang-Alang, where progress is both measurable and meaningful, and where every Alang-Alanganon plays a part in shaping the future we all envision by 2030. Guided by this vision, every program and initiative we have implemented in the past year reflects our collective determination to turn aspiration into action across our sectors: social, health compliance and responsiveness, safety, peace and order, economic, environmental, infrastructure, and institutional. We have made strides that bring us closer to our shared goals. Each accomplishment is more than a number or a project completed. It is a story of partnership, perseverance, and purpose. Together with our barangay leaders, national agencies, private partners, and the people of Alang-Alang, we continue to build a municipality that is stronger, more inclusive, and more resilient than ever before. Allow me now to present the highlights of our collective accomplishments as we journey toward realizing our vision of a premier, people-centered, agro-industrialized municipality by 2030. Poverty remains the greatest barrier to opportunity. Yet, it is also the field where we have witnessed the most meaningful transformation. The Municipality of Alang-Alang continues to champion the fight against poverty through programs that not only provide relief, but also restore dignity and inspire hope among our people. The Municipality of Alang-Alang continues to champion the fight against poverty through programs that uplift lives and restore dignity. First, through our AICs, or through our assistance to individuals in crisis situation, where over 1,200 families received medical, burial, education, and transportation assistance, while 3,805 indigent senior citizens benefited from social pension payouts, and 1,253 new senior citizen IDs and 448 booklets were issued. The LGU also honored 7 of the oldest Alang-Alanganons and registered 63 PWDs, providing 102 IDs, 93 booklets, and 15 livelihood grants. A total of 3,200 clients were referred to DSWD, to Tingog Party List, to the Office of the Vice President, and other agencies for aid. Livelihood monitoring continued for SLP, the Sustainable Livelihood Programs, 4Ps beneficiaries, and pedicab drivers, ensuring steady income growth. These interventions turned compassion into empowerment, transforming poverty reduction into a path toward dignity and self-reliance. The collective impact of these programs is more than numerical. It reflects a shared belief that poverty alleviation begins with empathy, continues through empowerment, and succeeds through inclusion. Each intervention, referral, and payout represents a step toward our vision of an alang-alang that is premier, people-centered, and agro-industrialized by 2030. A vision where no alang-alanganon is left behind and where hope becomes a tangible reality for every family. A government's true character is measured by how it treats the most vulnerable citizens. In Alang-Alang, we take pride in building a community that not only serves but genuinely cares.
Kalibre ko kasi kada ang waray kwarta da kumukulik amo nga nilagay papasalamat ko kag mayor mata na ada gobyerno.
I-represent siya na inagahatag hindigbon nga magpadayon pa kami hitamon serbisyo publiko dinhi Alang-Alang. Actually diri ako nira sa dang pasalamatan. It aton social pension ginahatag ha aton it national government. Pero yan na, I am happy to share that Alang-Alang is very systematic in releasing our social pension. It is because hanuna nga tanan nga release ang DSWD region ang nagpa-facilitate, but they have allowed that it will be downloaded to each municipality and pre-assessment is being conducted days prior, and in one day kaya ma-release ang 54 nga barangay ang aton social pension, and it is being released quarterly sa kubhan timeline nga ginkikinahanglan han aton mga senior citizens. Diri parehosan una, nalusad kami na reklamo kay danay naaabdan in almost 6 months, 9 months, or 1 year nga diri anay nira nakakarawat ang nira social pension. Thank you so much to the office of the MSWDO for making everything systematic. Makalilipay actually nga sugad kapaspasan aton proseso. We are hoping in the future nga kaya diri na mapila kung tatagan kitan katugutan nga ngatanan through ATM na or hira nga tanan makaka-access in digital na nga banking. Hikamo, nanay, tatay, itrason kung kay ano kami nagtratrabaho adlaw-adlaw. nga kundiin gintatagan ko hinbugat ang mga serbisyo para hanaton mga vulnerable sectors, ang mga kalagsan, ang mga may ada disabilidad, mga kabataan, mga kababayinan ug sugadman haton mga nanginginahanglan hinbulig. Damo nga salamat haiyo an aton mga nanay ug tatay. Partnerships with the Sangguniang Kabataan and the Department of Agriculture revitalized 4-H clubs in 40 barangays, nurturing agri-based youth leaders. The GAD programs uplifted women, solo parents, and families through financial literacy, parenting, and leadership training. The Bahay Kalinga Center sheltered 5 women and children's survivors of abuse. Family development sessions reached 1,836 parents in 27 barangays, while youth development sessions trained 498 youth on health and life skills. During Women's Month, 1,313 participants celebrated equality, while 200 persons with disabilities or persons with special needs received medical aid and 88 assistive devices. Skills and livelihood training empowered 8 dressmakers and 26 TESDA scholars in driving NC2. The Summer Youth Camp engaged 76 youth in environmental and leadership activities, proof that the next generation is ready to lead. Let's take a look at this video, how we uplifted the economic condition of our beneficiaries.
Ano ang naibulig na ang munisipyo?
Ito po, ugat po.
Kaya ka nakuha ng tindahan? Kaya naman yung napili?
Parang buligat po ng anak po.
Bakit kailangan tulungan si nanay?
Kasi maganda na niya. Salamat lahat po. Ito akong tindahan po. Salamat na yun. Gusto mo gudma.
Yunilin is a friend. Aniya, nakita kami kanina printe. I first met her year 2014. Hi, Yunilin. Usahiya, han mga bata nga na-cover namon han psychological first aid when they experience Typhoon Yolanda. Kaupod ko hadto nga time an aton mga kaurusa, mga kabugtuan, han sayap all over Philippines nga nagkadiha alang-alang. Nganhin usa gihapi Yunilin nga nagahatag in inspirasyon sugad haamon nga nagtratrabaho ha munisipyo nga para pamilngon pa ang mga tinuod nga nanginginahanglan hin serbisyo nga may gugma it aton niya na administrasyon. It is because we know nga ang mga vulnerable sectors hiraan mas kailangan naton mahatagan hinbulig. I attended also one activity han aton opisina han MSWD nga ang mga kababayinan who have experienced abuse, may it not be physical, it iba verbal, nga hira mismo nagyayakan, diri namon akos, danay bayaan it amon mga asawa, labis na nga waray kami pakabuhi. Diri namon kaya, bayaan, it amon mga anak, haira, nga at the same time, diri namon kaya buhiun hira, nga kami waray source of income. As siya nasi ginala that they are being abused verbally or they are being abused physically, mahitungod hiton. And that is the main reason why we wanted to empower them, provide livelihood, and as much as possible become independent, mga strong independent woman. Tagan naton, hinpakpak, hiyunilin, nga bisan ano nga kakurian, an iya ginaatubang, hiya inagpapadayon nga may ada maupay nga panlantaw han iya kinabuhi ug pagbulig han iya ikasi kapamilya. Through also the supplemental feeding program, 3,500 daycare children in 56 centers received daily nutritious meals, while 4,200 children were weighed under Operation Timbang Plus, recording a 10% drop in malnutrition. 983 ECCD children in 54 barangays received fortified milk and nutritious food. The LGU supported 56 child development workers with monthly incentives and conducted free medical missions for 200 persons with special needs, ensuring inclusive healthcare. These programs fortified both body and mind, nourishing the foundations of Alangalang's human capital. In Alangalang, resilience means readiness. The municipal government continues to ensure that every household is equipped to withstand and recover from disasters. This year, essential relief goods, hygiene kits, and 25 sacks of rice were prepositioned to guarantee immediate response during emergencies. Community kitchens were fully equipped, and responders were trained to act swiftly in times of crisis. These proactive measures strengthen not only our disaster response, but also our people's capacity to recover together and with dignity. This term, the following are the awards of the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office. First, they were given a plaque of recognition in support of the implementation of Bahay Pag-asa project of Juvenile Justice and Welfare Council and its commitment to strengthen the protective and rehabilitative programs and services to children in conflict with the law. Plaque of recognition for the success of the National Congress on Adoption and Alternative Child Care 2024. We were also given Gawad Serbisyong Mapagkalinga 2025 for garnering third place in the Service Delivery Capacity Assessment, showing its commitment and dedication to excellent public service. Gawad Serbisyong Matapat 2025 in recognition of its commitment to quality service and for valuing the importance of the Service Delivery Capacity Assessment for an improved delivery of social welfare and development programs and services. We also received a certificate of recognition for attaining Level 3 Improved Service Delivery on the standards of Local Social Welfare and Development Office functionality. These accomplishments in social protection were made possible through the leadership of our MSWDO, Ma'am Marilyn Superada, together with the dedicated personnel of MSWD and PEDAW. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to the OSCA President, Ma'am Corazon Ramos. Thank you so much, Ma'am, for stepping up. Damo hinduro actually naton mga programs for the senior citizens Part of that is the locally initiated nga paghatag hinkwarta, 25,000 pesos for senior citizens aging 95 years old and above. And we will be expanding it, adding up 10,000 pesos to every 90 years old and above. And of course, to Sir Lizer Peralta, in charge of our Bahay Pag-asa, whose tireless service has greatly strengthened our programs for the vulnerable. To everyone working behind these initiatives, thank you for your commitment, your compassion, and invaluable contribution to the welfare of the Alang-Alanganon. Health is not merely a service. It is a solemn promise. It is the daily fulfillment of our shared duty to protect, heal, and uplift every Alang-Alanganon. Our Rural Health Unit, led by our MHO, our Municipal Health Officer, Doc Bless Aniceto, and supported by dedicated nurses, midwives, barangay health workers, and volunteers, continues to embody the spirit of genuine public service. They serve not behind desks, but among the people, in homes, barangay health stations, and evacuation centers under the heat or the rain, bringing healthcare directly to those who need it most. This year, we celebrate not just numbers, but lives transformed. We celebrate health as hope, and hope as the most powerful medicine of all. To achieve the goal of providing accessible and quality health care for all, the RHU strengthened its medical and clinical services through outpatient consultations, minor surgical procedures, and an efficient patient referral system. From January to September 2025, the RHU recorded 19,190 patients served, and this is because we have many volunteer doctors. Labot la nga an aton sentro, an RHU, may adala uusa nga Municipal Health Officer, Doc Bless. We are so thankful that we have our DTTB, Doctors to the Barrio. We have here Doc Mitch. And of course, I would like also to recognize Doc E.B. Cabalona that despite nga retire niya serbisyo, every day aadeya sentro para makadugang han mabulig pagkonsulta han aton mga pasyente. Ngan sugad man, we have also a new doctor, Doc Kate Yusores, nga nagbinolonteer gap ini nga da ha sentro. Each consultation representing a story of compassion, relief, and recovery. Through seamless coordination with partner hospitals and specialists, patients requiring advanced care were promptly referred, ensuring that no Alang-Alanganon is left without medical attention. This strengthened delivery of primary health care continues to build confidence in the local health system, proving that government care is both reliable and within reach.
A healthy mother means a healthy family, and a healthy family is the heartbeat of a strong community. In 2024, the RHU intensified its maternal and child health services to ensure that every pregnancy in Alangalang is cared for. Every childbirth is safe. Every newborn is given a strong start in life. That year, only 42 mothers completed the 4 required prenatal visits. But in 2025, through the unwavering dedication of our midwives, nurses, and barangay health workers, this number rose to 144 mothers, a 242% increase. Behind those numbers are stories of mothers who felt safe, babies born healthy, families spared from grief. Each prenatal checkup meant a heartbeat heard, a risk prevented, and a life saved. From January to September 2025, the RHU reported 144 safe deliveries at the birthing facility, all attended by skilled birth attendants, alongside 494 newborns who underwent expanded newborn screening, ensuring early detection and management of congenital disorders. These milestones have led to improved maternal health and a decline in infant mortality, reaffirming that sustained prenatal care and skilled delivery truly save lives. No child should be left behind due to hunger. Through the Operation Bang Plus program, the municipality monitored 62.70% of children under 5, identifying and addressing malnutrition early. Additionally, 122 pregnant and lactating women received nutritional support to ensure healthy pregnancies, while the Tutok Kainan program nourished 105 nutritionally at-risk children, improving their growth and cognitive development. These sustained interventions have reduced malnutrition, improved learning outcomes, and strengthened the foundation for a healthier generation of Alangalangans. Beyond maternal care, the RHU expanded the newborn screening program because every newborn deserves a healthy start. Through closer coordination with regional laboratories and hospitals, the municipality achieved 144 newborns screened at the RHU facility, ensuring early detection and treatment of genetic and metabolic disorders. Our immunization drive remains one of the RHU's strongest pillars, maintaining 100% immunization coverage among infants and children within the municipality projects the next generation from vaccine-preventable diseases such as measles, polio, and hepatitis. Health caravans and outreach missions continue to reach even the most remote barangays, from Binuktuan to Kabadsan, from Salvacion to Langit, ensuring that no child is left behind and no mother is left helpless. Every vaccine administered is a promise fulfilled, a promise that our children will live to see the brighter future we dream for them.
In Alangalang, we have an ordinance nga kung nanganganak nga di, it nanay may ada 2,100 pesos, and it is not similar to all municipalities. It is because we have that ordinance that the PhilHealth share is being shared ang nanganganak, ang barangay health workers, and at the same time ngadtuhan aton mga workers sa sentro. Beyond treatment, the RHU believes in prevention through education. Continuous maternal classes, family planning seminars, and community information drives empower families to take charge of their own well-being. From January to September 2025, a total of 54 barangays and 7 secondary schools hosted health education sessions covering topics such as breastfeeding, proper nutrition, hygiene, and responsible parenthood. Through these efforts, health becomes not only a government program but a community movement, one that builds knowledge, confidence, and self-reliance among our people. Alang-alang's commitment to holistic health extends beyond clinics. It safeguards daily wellness, prevents disease, and ensures care for all. The municipality achieved a 65.64% contraceptive prevalence rate, enrolled 239 TB patients with a 99% treatment success rate, and provided rabies vaccination to 1,612 residents and nearby clients. Mental health emerged as a growing challenge, with 40 new patients enrolled and 103 under continuous care, prompting the LGU to strengthen psychosocial support and early intervention efforts. Meanwhile, 5,288 adults were screened for non-communicable diseases under the PhilPen protocol, and 765 patients, including 515 school children, received dental care, building a healthier and more resilient Alang-Alang. We also extend our gratitude to the dedicated team of the Rural Health Unit led by Dr. Blasilda Aniceto, and to all offices involved in the successful implementation of our health programs. We also acknowledge the strong support of the Municipal Peace and Order Council and the Municipal Anti-Drug Abuse Council, whose collaboration contributes to a safer and healthier Alang-Alang. Thank you so much for your continued dedication to the welfare of our people. In 2025, PhilHealth paid 2.26 million in claims for Alang-Alang patients, easing healthcare costs and ensuring access to essential services. The municipality also became the first accredited LGU for oral health services, enabling residents to avail PhilHealth-covered dental care, a milestone in making health services more inclusive and financially sustainable. We commend Mr. Christopher Galano for his exceptional dedication in ensuring the effective collection of PhilHealth contributions despite multiple workloads and challenges. His commitment, together with the efforts of the LGU PhilHealth team, has strengthened the financial sustainability of our health programs and improved access to healthcare services for our constituents. In Alang-Alang, resilience is built into every aspect of health service delivery. To safeguard public welfare during disasters, the LGU equipped all barangays with stockpiled supplies, provided porcelain toilet bowls to 87 high-risk households, and procured water sampling reagents to ensure safe drinking water. Emergency health response was further strengthened with a patient transport vehicle from PCSO, 26 rescue gear sets, and trained responders. These initiatives reflect Alang-Alang's commitment to a health system that remains functional, responsive, and life-saving, even in times of crisis, embodying the municipality's vision of a safe, healthy, and resilient community. Education remains the foundation of Alang-Alang's vision for a people-centered and progressive community. This year, the LGU sustained programs that ensure every child's access to quality, safe, and inclusive learning. First, 100% access and safe learning spaces. Schools were improved through infrastructure investments, DRRM trainings, and mental health support to create secure and nurturing learning environments. 100% literacy and numeracy rate, sustained through the dedication of our locally funded teachers, providing one-on-one tutoring to struggling learners, and of course, the partnership of LGU Alangalang to JCI Alangalang in the implementation of the Love to Read program. 0% dropout and 100% graduation rate, supported by psychosocial programs, sports development, worth 180,000 that will be used now for the provincial meet, assistive devices for SPED learners, and wellness activities to 85 students. We have also a 1.7 million special education fund wherein right now we have achieved 80% utilization rate. Resources were directed toward facilities improvement, learning materials, and teacher support. Technical skills and livelihood training in partnership with TESDA and some other non-government organizations, students gained employable skills to strengthen local economic growth. DRRM integration in education, wherein capability trainings, 100 first aid kits, and DRRM integration in DepEd's immersion program built preparedness among learners and educators. And of course, the financial assistance to college students, wherein for this year, 700 college students received 3,000 pesos each with guaranteed continuing support to sustain their studies. Through these initiatives, Alang-Alang ensures that education remains accessible, resilient, and empowering, building a future where every learner has the tools to succeed. One of the most exciting developments in our municipality is now taking shape: the Community College of Alang-Alang. This long-awaited project will finally give our youth access to quality, affordable tertiary education right here at home. Construction is well underway, and we are on track with all documentary and accreditation requirements. We are grateful to our SB members, most especially to Consel Ketchi. The ordinance is already approved. A comprehensive feasibility study has been completed to ensure that the courses offered align with the needs of our local industries and the aspirations of our community. We've also held several consultations with education experts, with CHED, and partner institutions to make sure we do this right, guided by excellence, transparency, and inclusivity. With everyone's support, we aim to open the community college by next school year, welcoming the first batch of Alang-Alanganon scholars. This will be a historic milestone, a symbol of our shared belief that education is the true foundation of progress. Our Libreng Sakay program continues to make a huge impact, ensuring that no learner is left. By providing bicycles and school service to our learners at risk of dropping out or the lardos, we've helped many students stay in school, attend regularly, and dream bigger. I've seen how the simple act of giving a ride can change a child's story. Proof that when community believes in its youth, possibilities open up.
Ako John Lawrence M. Adona, taga Barangay Coban, Alang-Alang, Leyte. Grade 8 na ako yan ako, Alang-Alang National High School. Nakakarawat ako ni gusta nga may libreng sakay na programa. Tungod
ini nga bata, pati niya pamilya ay nakatipid na hanirapan na doon nga gastos. Dati ang 60 kadana ko anan na inihiya na ibanan yung 30 pesos. So the rest iton iya na nailimo nga balon o iba pa hiton in pwede makabuling haniya pamilya. Under ko manipiya as a science teacher gihapon sa ito yung permina, delay, tapos may kakasakit, nag-absent, mahitungod dito nga iya paglinakat-lakat na akong problemado, financial, iwan gihapon. Pinaagi, hini nga imong programa nga libreng sakay para hanaton mga estudyante na address ni aton mahal nga mayor. Nagpapasalamat ako from the Grade 8 Department.
Damo nga salamat at serbisyo nga may gugma.
Ang libreng sakay, iba-iba na nga modelo ang aton gin-apply. Nagtikang kita, ang libreng sakay program nga kundiin may danaton gin-kapadis nga mga tricycle drivers, hira ang nagahatod, nakuha dulungan mga estudyante, ngan hira inapapirma han teacher just to ensure nga may ada attendance san bata. Nakabulig na kita han parag motor and at the same time na ensure pa anira attendance sa eskwelahan han aton mga learners at risk of dropping out. But through time, nagkamay adahin mga changes kay danay ang reklamo, nagkakaada katan problema ha pagbabayad han paspas nga pagbabayad han aton mga tricycle drivers. Asya, gumawas gyap ini nga paghatag hin bisikleta han aton mga lardos, learners at risk of dropping out. The goal here is to ensure nga makakasulod dira eskwelahan bisan makuriman an adlaw-adlaw nga pamasahe. Pero our number one instruction is to ensure the safety of our children. Kay diri madali nga magbibisikleta kita along National Highway. For example, usain ni John Lester ha mga benepisyaryo nga nakatagamtamhan libreng sakay. Nganda mo gyap anak nababatian nga mga storya, estudyante, hakambahanon, hakugon, magbabike na lahirati pa kada halingayon, igbibilin an bike dida, libre na an ira unta gastos, tikang han ira barangay ti pa kada National Highway. An ira na lagagastusan, antikang halingayon, ti pa kadi ha, Alangalang National High School. But there is a possibility that we might, kumbaga, duduble naton ini nga implementasyon para fully makover naton ang mga panginahanglan, ang mga estudyante, bisan man nagko-commute from Lingayon or along National Highway, tipakadton ira eskwelahan. So, for example, aton mga high school naton, nga di ha San Diego, an ato dito ha Borset, antikang nga mga higrayo nga sitio or tikang han mga kaharani nga barangay, diri na nira kailangan mamasahe kay may ada na nira bisikleta. Usa, siring ko pa, ni John Lester, usahan aton benepisyaryo han libreng sakay, nga kundiin aton niya na kaupod ang iyang mga maestra, hi Ma'am Maricel Colanta o hi Ma'am Ivy Darantinaw. Ini inagpapamatuod nga an aton programa in nakakahatag hinda ko nga kaupay nga bulig para han aton mga estudyante. Nagahatag hin rason para mas maniguro ug magpursigi pa an aton mga kabataan nga bisan ano ang kakurian han ira kabutang an munisipyo, an aton mga kasubong han aton komunidad aada para bumulig, para mas mapaupay it ira edukasyon ug para mas magmapaupay pa it ira kabubuwason. To our teachers, the parents, our students and partners, damo nga salamat ha iyo. Together, we're not just improving education, we are transforming lives. The soon-to-rise community college and the continuing success of our libreng sakay reminds us that the future of Alang-Alang truly sits in our classroom, and that future has never looked brighter. One of our strongest commitments is to ensure that the youth of Alang-Alang are not just included in our development agenda, but empowered to lead it. This year, we proudly completed and secured the approval of the Local Youth Development Plan for 2025 to 2027, a roadmap aligned with the Philippine Youth Development Plan and focused on education, health, leadership, and economic empowerment. This ensures continuity, accountability, and stronger youth participation in governance. We also celebrated a vibrant Linggo ng Kabataan, showcasing the creativity, unity, and volunteer spirit of our young people through sports, arts, and civic activities. Meanwhile, the 4-H orientation for Sangguniang Kabataan officials equipped youth leaders with skills in agriculture, entrepreneurship, and community engagement, preparing them to drive progress in their barangays. To our youth, we see you, we believe in you, and we will continue to champion your dreams. Together, we are building a future powered by your leadership, creativity, and hope. The Alangalang Municipal Police Station sustained a strong peace and order environment through intensified anti-criminality campaigns, proactive enforcement, and strengthened community engagement. The anti-illegal drugs campaign resulted in 9 operations, leading to 12 arrests and the confiscation of illegal drugs valued at 371,728 pesos and 80 centavos, demonstrating the municipality's firm stance against drug proliferation. In addition, anti-illegal gambling operations led to 37 arrests, while operations under Uplan Bakal Sita yielded 2 unregistered firearms seized and 9 expired firearms voluntarily surrendered. Focused efforts against wanted individuals also led to 53 operations and the arrest of 4 most wanted persons at the regional, provincial, and municipal levels. The PNP strictly implemented local ordinances, issuing 2,222 citation tickets, mostly under our traffic code, with additional enforcement under anti-smoking or vape use and illegal fish peddling ordinances. Police visibility and crime prevention measures remained consistent through 725 mobile patrols, 1,085 foot patrols, 545 checkpoints, and continuous public engagement activities, which included 300 pulong-pulong sessions, 360 barangay visitations, 80 house visits, 100 Uplan Bandilyo campaigns, and 1,500 IEC materials distributed. These efforts fortified police community trust, improved civic discipline, and maintained Alang-Alang standing as a safe, orderly, and peaceful municipality, a vital foundation in achieving a premier, people-centered Alang-Alang by 2030. The local government unit of Alang-Alang recognizes the unwavering dedication of the Alang-Alang Municipal Police Station, led by Police Major Godofreid C. Zantua, both uniformed and non-uniformed personnel, for having consistently demonstrated professionalism, discipline, and commitment to upholding the law, enforcing ordinances, and carrying out lawful orders of duly authorized authorities. The Bureau of Fire Protection remains a strong partner of the LGU in safeguarding lives, properties, and livelihood through proactive prevention, strict regulation, and strengthened community engagement. Under Uplan Ligtas na Pamayanan, fire prevention coverage expanded from a single barangay in 2024 to to 5 barangays in 2025, including Cavite, Salvacion Poblacion, Veteranos, Tabanguhay, and Divisoria in the Peatland area. The BFP also intensified public awareness through 155 posts and 2,100 IEC materials distributed across the municipality. To ensure compliance and safety in all business operations, the BFP issued 509 fire safety inspection certificates, while inspections also identified 47 permanently closed or non-operational establishments and 57 establishments for non-renewal, reflecting strict and the consistent enforcement of fire safety laws. Community resilience was strengthened through the training and equipping of 80 community fire auxiliary group volunteers in the 5 barangays. We also thank our outgoing acting fire marshal, Fire Inspector Alvin P. Haser, and the entire BFP Alangalang team for their dedication and service in keeping our municipality safe. We also warmly welcome our new Fire Marshal, Fire Inspector Barry James Aurea, as we continue strengthening fire safety and preparedness in Alangalang. Alangalang continues to build a stronger and more resilient community through proactive disaster preparedness and response initiatives. The LGU equipped high-risk schools with first aid kits and emergency gear, ensured food and medicine stockpiles, and fully operationalized MDRRMO Emergency Operations Center for faster coordination during crisis. In 2025, 12 capacity building trainings engaged over 700 responders, volunteers, students, and stakeholders, strengthening coordination and readiness at all levels. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to our MDRRMO, Mr. Cliff Errol Ripalda, for his proactive leadership in guiding our municipality toward becoming stronger and more disaster resilient. We also thank all our volunteers, all our responders, our job order employees, the ATEMO personnel for serving as our reliable support force during emergencies. The social sector embodies Alang-Alang's people-centered development vision. Every program in health, education, social protection, and community empowerment uplifts lives and ensures no Alang-Alanganon is left behind. By investing in our people's well-being, dignity, and opportunity, we are building a stronger, more compassionate, and inclusive Alang-Alang, where true progress is measured by the quality of life of every citizen. In pursuit of Alang-Alang's vision to become a premier people-centered agro-industrialized municipality by 2030, the Office of the Municipal Agriculture continues to champion agricultural transformation through inclusive, data-driven, and technology-supported programs that strengthen farmer productivity, food security, and rural resilience. To ensure that no farmer is left behind, the LGU successfully enrolled 452.2 hectares under the RSBSA, or the Registry System for Basic Sectors in Agriculture, in 2025 alone, contributing to the full registration of Alang-Alang's 11,301.23 hectares of agricultural land, wherein this initiative allows farmers to gain access to national support programs and interventions, ensuring equitable access to resources. Furthermore, the validation of 47.26% of rice areas and GIS-based shape filling, covering a 30.74% of agricultural land, have strengthened the communities and the municipality's agricultural database, providing a reliable foundation for planning, programming, and resource allocation. These actions demonstrate Alang-Alang's commitment to efficient and premier governance rooted in evidence-based planning. Agriculture remains the backbone of Alang-Alang's economy. The LGU continues to expand and sustain its vegetable production areas, covering 46 barangays with at least 3 hectares each of productive vegetable farms. These efforts have not only enhanced local food supply, but also promoted income diversification and community resilience. Through our HVCC program, 4,642 farmers received quality seeds and fertilizers, resulting in higher yield and improved household income. Likewise, the establishments of 3 vegetable demonstration farms, 2 livestock, and 2 fishery demonstration sites in partnership with the Agricultural Training Institute has promoted technology adoption, climate-smart practices, and sustainable resource management. Right now, I am happy to share that here in Alang-Alang, we were granted by the Department of Trade and Industry for our shared service facility for the development of our paknabet or the veggie chips. So those under the high-value commercial crops program, may da sigurado market ang aton mga parag-uma because this will be made into paknabet or veggie chips, bagayan chicheria pero utan hiya. Kung anong sulunan pakbet, asyan aada ha sulunan aton paknabet, which will be used gyapon nga anaton mga parag-uma sigurado diri magkakadudunot ang ira mga produkto. These accomplishments significantly contribute to the vision's people-centered pillar, empowering farmers, reducing hunger and promoting a culture of productivity and self-reliance. Under the RCEP, 24 farmers, cooperatives, and associations were provided with modern farm machinery to reduce manual labor and improve production efficiency. With 100% compliance in maintenance and 100% monitoring of machine utilization, these interventions have increased productivity while ensuring sustainability of the provided facilities. The municipality's average rice yield now stands at 5.3 metric tons per hectare for hybrid varieties and 4.3 metric tons for inbred, reflecting significant improvement in agricultural performance. The office conducted trainings on diversified farming and marketing strategies under the F2C2 programs, enhancing farmers' knowledge, entrepreneurial mindset, and access to markets. This has led to a vegetable production volume of 98.4 metric tons per cropping cycle, boosting food availability and farmer income. Right now, ang aton opisina and municipal agriculture have purchased a wing van wherein this will be used for the free transportation of our farmers' products. Ang aton mga utanon, ang mga high-valued crops, ang aton mga bunay, this can be used to easily transport our products for free using this vehicle. Meanwhile, 5,094 farmers were insured under the PCIC, ensuring that their livelihoods are protected from the adverse effects of calamities and other agricultural risks. This initiative embodies the vision's agro-industrial and people-centered focus, building a farming sector that is empowered, protected, and resilient. In closing, the achievements of the Municipal Agriculture Office, led by Mr. Cesar Anade, reflect Alang-Alang's strong commitment to sustainable growth, food security, and economic resilience. These milestones move us closer to becoming a premier, people-centered, agro-industrialized municipality by 2030. We remain committed to empowering farmers, strengthening agriculture, and ensuring a prosperous future for all Alang-Alanganons. Alang-Alang's peso continues to connect residents with employment and livelihood opportunities through strong coordination with DOLE, TESDA, and local employers. Key achievements for this year: first, we have 23 graduates who gained work experience through the GIP or the Government Internship Program, 12 local recruitment activities, and 8 special recruitment activities for overseas jobs were conducted, ensuring legitimate opportunities. Career Development Support Program, wherein we were able to reach 2,115 students, while 37 students benefited from SPES, and other 326 displaced workers gained temporarily employment through the TUPAD. 438 applicants were placed in local and overseas jobs, and 10 labor market information activities, guided communication, and on opportunities. And at the same time, livelihood support, 91 association members trained, 2 farmers associations, and 30 pedicab operators received 1.5 million in grants, including chicken layer projects for the farmers. We also have the creation of the Barangay Employment Service Offices, brought services closer to the people, while the proposed local employment ordinance will further promote local hiring. Despite manpower and vacancy disclosure challenges, PESO remains committed to building a self-reliant, economic inclusion, and transforming lives through compassionate service. This success is also credited to our PESO manager, Mr. Cipriano Rex Caraballa III, whose dedication and leadership have strengthened our employment programs and elevated Alang-Alang's performance in the region. Mr. Caraballa has been recognized as a distinguished PESO manager in the region, along with a separate award of recognition for the Alang-Alang Public Employment Service Office. The local government of Alang-Alang, in partnership with the Municipal Tourism Department, successfully led our 2025 Town Fiesta celebration. This is a week-long showcase of socio-cultural activities that celebrated local traditions, unity, and community pride. All 54 barangays and various sectors joined in full force, reflecting the vibrant and inclusive spirit of Alang-Alanganons. A highlight of the year was the recognition of Fernando's Coffee and Cacao Farm of Barangay Cavite as most promising coffee farmer, as the DTI Eastern Visayas Coffee Festival, strengthening Alang-Alang's reputation in agritourism and quality coffee production. Further, the LGU received a certificate of compliance from the NCCA for completing its local cultural inventory, affirming its commitment to cultural preservation. Alang-Alang also became a recipient of a DTI shared service facility focused on coffee processing, arasip, and veggie chips that I had mentioned, or the Paknabet production, benefiting 20 farmer organizations through value-adding and income-generating opportunities. Special thanks to our tourism coordinator, Ma'am Helen Superada, and to all who contributed to the success of our programs, especially our partner departments and agencies. Looking ahead, Alang-Alang aims to position its local delicacies as regional and national products by 2030 through partnerships with DOST, FDA, and major retail chains. Through these efforts, Alang-Alang continues to turn culture and creativity into engines of inclusive growth, bringing the municipality closer to our vision. Alang-Alang's economy continues to grow through agriculture, enterprise, and innovation, driving its vision of an agro-industrialized municipality. Programs promoting productivity, creativity, and sustainability are transforming farmlands and local businesses into engines of inclusive growth. Through these efforts, Alang-Alang is building a self-reliant, resilient, and collaborative economy where prosperity is shared by its residents. For our solid waste management and sanitation, mga igkasiko alang-alanganon, makusog an aton padayon nga pagproteher han aton kalibungan, pinaagi han aton hapsay nga solid waste management program. We are now starting to operationalize the solid waste processing machine at the Alang-Alang's sanitary landfill. This includes biodegradable and plastic shredders, a glass pulverizer, a compost shiver, and a hollow block maker. Even at this early stage, we are already able to produce hollow blocks from shredded plastics, pulverized glass, sand, and cement, turning what used to be waste into a usable resources. Diri na basta basura la and basura. This innovation helps reduce the waste reaching our landfill while supporting our goal of increasing the waste diversion rate from 50% to 60%. It also promotes a circular economy diin ang basura ginbabalik nga maging kapulsanan para hanaton komunidad. Another highlight is our continuing Basura Mo, Bugas Ko program, wherein from January to October 2025, 400 kilos of eco bricks were exchanged for an equivalent of 400 kilos of well-milled rice, benefiting 96 families from different barangays. This simple but meaningful program encourages our people to segregate waste while also providing rice for their households. Basura mo, bugas ko, parahan kalibungan ngan parahan pamilya. Garbage collection coverage also improved from 59% of last year to 63% this year, with 34 barangays now regularly served. Ini in magpapakita nga padayon ang pagpaupay han aton serbisyo hapangolektahan basura. Another milestone is the 1 million peso collected fees in garbage as of September 2025. This is a major achievement in making our waste management program self-sustaining. As siya ini, ang magpapakita nga diri la kita maabilidad ang serbisyo kundi han pagpauswag gihapon han aton lokal nga pundo. Under our tree growing initiatives, we planted a total of 600 nara and rambutan trees in Barangay Kugon, Salvacion Farm, and Barangay Burset. Ang pagtanumhan kahoy, diri la para kaupayan han kalibungan, kundi para han mas marigon nga kabubuwason han aton mga anak. In addition, Menro implemented a tree planting, tree growing activity in riparian areas within high-risk barangays using native species to strengthen river banks and improve flooding. Out of the 2,000 seeds targeted, 600 seedlings have already been planted, partially completed as part of our ongoing mitigation efforts. Tree planting and nursery establishments will continue as we build a municipal nursery for hardwood and fruit-bearing trees, ensuring a steady supply for future reforestation. These efforts help mitigate climate change by absorbing carbon dioxide, cooling our communities, and preventing soil erosion. Alang-Alang is also taking a bold step to protect and restore our Leyte sub-basin peatland areas, a globally important ecosystem that is crucial for biodiversity and climate resilience. Plans are underway to hire Bantay Kalikasan. We have allocated budget for next year, conduct peat fire prevention drills, and develop ecotourism sites combining conservation with sustainable community opportunities. We are also proud to partner with IIRR, the Visayas State University, DENR, and actively participate in the Leyte Sub-Basin Peatland Council, working together to safeguard and rehabilitate these vital areas. Ini nga mga paningkamot magdudugang hankapas san aton komunidad hapag atubang han aton climate change. We call on our Menro and AWAS team headed by Mr. Eugene Bondos to continue in ensuring that our programs remain aligned with our commitment to climate change resilience. We also extend our gratitude to the team for their continuous and steadfast work in promoting our environment and strengthening our community's resilience. In our continuing support to build a more resilient, connected, and people-centered Alang-Alang, our infrastructure agenda under the 20% Economic Development Fund has remained a vital driver of progress. From 2024 to 2025, the Municipality of Alang-Alang implemented a combined total cost of 124.7 million worth of infrastructure projects. This includes covering roads, public buildings, and community facilities that uplift the daily lives of our people. Of the total infrastructure investments, 73.1 million, or nearly 59% from the 20% Economic Development Fund, highlighting our strong commitment to direct local resources towards sustainable and high-impact community projects. These investments were distributed as follows: 43.8 million or 60% for buildings and development projects, and 29.3 million or 40% ngadto han aton farm to market roads and road reblocking. This balanced allocation demonstrates our focus on improving service delivery facilities such as health, education, and disaster response, while also enhancing connectivity and economic mobility across our barangays. For calendar year 2024, we completed major infrastructure projects worth 94.9 million, marking one of the most productive years of the infrastructure sector. Under the 20% Economic Development Fund, Buildings and Development, 100% completion was achieved in our flagship projects. First, the construction of our MDRRMO building in Barangay Hubang. Kung maagi kita, di kadto Barangay Hubang nga dalatluyuhit Gawad Kalinga, may adayan na gintratrabaho nga 2-story MDRRMO building. Ada nerahan ira phase 2 for this year. Improvement of our evacuation center at the LGU Alang-Alang, the LGU compound, amounting to 1.9 million. Improvement of the Alang-Alang Public Plaza, ang pagbutang naton nga tuhan exercisean, and the completion of the Super Health Center in Barangay Hubang. The construction of the Community College building in Barangay Salvacion, Poblacion, amounting to 13.9 million, is currently 25% completed. signifying our investment in accessible higher education for the youth. Other completed local projects include the improvement of the Alangalang public market amounting to 35.6 million pesos. This is 100% implemented. Ang gintratrabaho habot nga is not covered by this budget. That is why it was included in the fund from DPWH for the Phase 2 implementation of our public market, and there is another assured budget of another 50 million pesos from the DPWH through Congressman Martin Romualdez for the Phase 3 of our public market. Continuation of the transport terminal Phase 3 amounting to 9.97 million pesos, and the new Municipal Memorial Park amounting to 8.9 million. Transformative developments that modernize our public spaces and strengthen local commerce. We salute our department heads for infrastructure development, laying strong foundations for inclusive growth, especially to our MPDO, Ms. Berwina Bibar, of course, our MEO team, Municipal Engineering Office team, headed by Engineer Marlo Soto, Ma'am Arnelia Carinyaga, our Municipal Accountant and her team, and of course, Ms. Janela Yu, our OIC Municipal Budget Officer and her team. They are the members of the Local Finance Committee for their tireless dedication in ensuring that Alang-Alang continues to function efficiently, operate within its budget, and deliver quality and impactful results. As of the third quarter of 2025, we continue to implement 29.8 million worth of projects with 19.8 million under the 20% Economic Development Fund. Overall, our infrastructure investments reached 13 barangays, ensuring a fair and inclusive spread of development projects. The largest allocation went to Barangay San Antonio Poblacion, worth 54.6 million, and Barangay Hubang, hosting major public service facilities like the public market, our memorial park, our super health center, the MDRRMO building, and the LGU parking complex. Significant road and farm-to-market improvements also benefited Barangay Dapdap, Barangay Santo Niño, Barangay Binutong, Barangay Piñalosa, Santiago, Hupit, and P. Barantes, directly connecting farmers and households to markets, to schools, and vital infrastructures. This equitable distribution demonstrates our commitment to inclusive growth, ensuring that development reaches every corner of Alang-Alang. Through these infrastructure initiatives, we are not just constructing roads and buildings. We are building connections, opportunities, and hope. Every bridge we complete, every road we pave, and every facility we erect brings us closer together as one community, strengthening our capacity to grow and to serve. Our infrastructure program reflects the collective vision of a livable, accessible, and progressive Alang-Alang, a municipality that leaves no barangay isolated and no citizen left behind. Hanuna, gin-target naton nga sinauton ta 100% hanaton mga barangay road and matatrabaho. I am happy to share, yan na, an aton nalakulang asa an barangay Tabanguhay, naaruan na ni naton in phase 1 ngan phase 2 implementation, tikang kan Governor Ikot, may adayan na to follow, tikang kan Congressman Martin, and at the same time, an barangay Pipita, barangay Buri, aadi na, matatapos na ang construction yapan kalsada, and at the same time, ang Salvacion Farm to Langit, there is already an allocation from the DPWH para ang aton mga municipal roads, barangay roads, 100% na nga matratrabaho. Yan na, may da mga hangyo, an aton mga sityo, an aton mga zones nga ginaaro nga pagpakalsada. Hihinay-hinayon naton, basehan aton kapasidad, han aton resources, and at the same time, paghatag gihapin prioridad, han nasasalin nga mga karalsadahon, mga reblocking nga niya poblasyon. This equitable distribution demonstrates our commitment to inclusive growth, ensuring that development reaches in every corner. Through these infrastructure initiatives, we are not just constructing roads and buildings. Then again, we are building connections. These foundations we build today are the pathways to the future we envision, an alang-alang that is resilient, connected, and ready to rise as a true premier municipality by 2030. Behind every visible project and every service we deliver is the strength of our local institutions, the offices and the people who ensure that good governance is not just a slogan but a daily practice in Alang-Alang. This year, we focused on strengthening our governance system, financial management, and participatory mechanisms to make Alang-Alang truly premier in public service delivery. In 2024, our local government continued to uphold the principles of transparency, accountability, and integrity in all operations. We are proud to have sustained the standards of the SGLG, or the highest award being given to LGUs by the DILG, or the Seal of Good Local Governance, through continuous compliance with performance indicators on financial administration, disaster preparedness, social protection, and peace and order. We enhanced our internal systems for record management, monitoring, and reporting, ensuring that every peso is well accounted for and every program is properly documented. Our Citizens Charter was also updated to simplify transactions and reduce red tape, making it easier for our constituents to access services with efficiency and courtesy. We thank our MLGOO, the superpower Sir Glenn Amon, and his team for continuously guiding us in our decisions and ensuring that we remain aligned with excellence, upholding transparency, accountability, and integrity in all our operations. The Municipal Planning and Development Office continue to lead Alang-Alang toward evidence-based and participatory governance. With 100% CBMS coverage across all 54 barangays, we now have the reliable data to guide budgeting, project prioritization, and support for the most vulnerable families. Local mobility is set to improve with a local public transport route plan now awaiting final approval from the LTFRB, promising safer, more efficient, and accessible transport while supporting local economic activity. We are updating also our CDP, or the Comprehensive Development Plan, set to expire on 2026, and our Comprehensive Land Use Plan in partnership with DSUD to ensure rational land use, resilience, and sustainable urban development. Environmental management and disaster resilience remains also as our priority. All barangays have approved CBDRRM plans, or the community-based DRRM plans, and the municipal DRRM plan from 2026 to 2028, which was endorsed by the local Green Council, providing strategic direction for preparedness and climate resilience programs. These milestones reflect Alang-Alang's commitment to transparent, data-driven, and inclusive governance, ensuring development that is sustainable, responsive, and resilient for every citizen. Alang-Alang's economy continues to grow, reflected in our real property tax and overall revenue performance. The total assessed value of taxable properties rose from 809.8 million in 2024 to 972.4 million in 2025, a 20% increase, showing more businesses, more homes, and more opportunities for our people. If fully collected, the LGU could have earned 8.7 million share in our real property tax in 2024. But the actual collection, an aton nagbayad la, an aton buwis sa naton mga real properties, has reached only 3.75 million pesos, highlighting the need to strengthen collection efficiency, especially given manpower limitations in the Treasurer's Office. Despite this, the Municipal Assessor's Office ranked 5th out of 40 Leyte municipalities in assessed value growth. We extend our appreciation to the Municipal Assessor's team headed by Ms. Salina Tristan U. Napoles for their efforts in strengthening and improving the municipality's revenue performance. Tax collection drives, including barangay bandillos and leaflet campaigns, improved compliance, while a one-time discount on unpaid water bills collected 4.77 million in just 3 months. Business growth remains strong. 163 new business applications and 522 renewals were processed in 2025. And business tax collection from 13.5 million to 15.2 million pesos. Our real property tax and overall revenue performance continue to show the fiscal strength and economic growth of our beloved Alang-Alang. From the Municipal Assessor's Office, the total assessed value of taxable properties from 809.8 million in 2024 to 972.4 million pesos in 2025, a 20% growth in just 1 year. Dako pa ang aton oportunidad para pakusgon ang aton collection efficiency. Mas damo nga negosyo, mas damo nga kabalayan, ngan mas damo nga oportunidad para han mga alang-alanganon. Mga kasangkayan, numbers tell a clear story. It shows that Alang-Alang's economy is alive and growing. Kung padayon ang pagkaurusa han mga alang-alanganon, hapagbayad hin buhis, ngan pagtabang ha gobyerno, sigurado nga magpapabilin kita nga madig-on, masasarigan, ngan magkakaurusa nga bungto. Because every peso collected from your taxes, nabalik liwat, ha serbisyo, ha proyekto, ngan ha kalugaringon nga kauswagon, han aton minahal nga bungto, an bungtohan alang-alang. I would also like to recognize the efforts of our department heads, especially Mr. Romel Macalinaw, our BPLO head, Ms. Hannah Queenie Vergara, our OIC Municipal Treasurer, together with their team, and Ms. Emma Caones, our Market Supervisor, and her team, for continuously working to ensure efficient collection and strengthened revenue performance, wherein we likewise acknowledge all other departments whose contributions have helped make our programs successful. As I am now in my third term as Mayor of Alangalang, I reaffirm my deep belief that good governance is strongest when it is shared. When our people, through our civil society organizations, have a seat at the table and a voice in shaping our collective future. In line with this commitment to participatory governance, our CSOs, our People's Council, as partners from the private sector, have undergone the required accreditation process conducted every after election. The accreditation granted in 2022 has lapsed as it is term-based. To date, right now, we have 36 civil society organizations that have been accredited by the Sangguniang Bayan. From among these organizations, representatives will be selected to sit in every local special bodies, ensuring that the people's sector continues to take an active role in policy making, program implementation, and community development. Hangatanan nga pagplano, hit mga programa, hit mga proyekto, nga hit mga aktibidades, hit bungto it alang-alang. Siring ko pa kanina, diri uusa lang nga tawit nagdedesisyon, diri la an aton mga department heads o anada munisipyo, kundi nalilipay ako nga an aton mga civil society organizations, an aton mga partner nga mga parang-uma, nga transport group, an aton mga members nga dihan ha-market, inaktibo nga na-participate, nahatag in suwestyon, nga at the same time nakakabulig para makaghatag in solusyon. Together with our CSO partners, we will continue to advance transparent, inclusive, and accountable governance, building an alang-alang where progress is truly shared by all. Strong, transparent, and participatory governance remains the cornerstone of a premier alang-alang. Through accountable leadership, efficient public service, and active participation of the citizens, we continue to build an LGU that leads with integrity and purpose. Our commitment to good governance ensures that every plan, every program, and every decision reflects the collective will of the people, paving the way for a government that truly serves, empowers, and inspires trust amongst all alang-alanganon. As we stand at the crossroads of progress, my dear alang-alang, we also look ahead to the kind of future we are building together. A future that is more connected, more livable, and more prepared for growth. Soon, we will witness the realization of one of our biggest infrastructure dreams, the Alang-Alang Bypass Road, stretching from Barangay Mudburon to Barangay San Vicente and traversing Capiz, San Isidro, and Santiago. This more than 5-kilometer road will serve as a parallel route to the National Highway, easing traffic congestion in the poblasyon and cutting travel time for commuters and motorists alike. Imagine this: vehicles from Tacloban bound to Ormoc and the western towns will soon have a smoother, faster, and safer passage through our municipality. But this project is more than just concrete and asphalt. It is a symbol of readiness, a sign that Alang-Alang is moving forward with purpose. It represents connectivity, opportunity, and mobility, all vital elements of a premier and progressive municipality. The bypass road will open doors for new investments, will open doors for improved accessibility to far-flung barangays and stimulate local trade, marking a new phase of economic transformation in our town. Equally transformative is the Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pilipino, or the 4PH Housing Project in partnership with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, where Alangalang has been chosen as a pilot site. Located in Barangay San Vicente, this housing will soon rise with more than 516 housing units, a mix of economic and socialized homes, safe, decent, and more affordable for all our people. But beyond the walls and roofs, this project builds something far greater: hope. Our community disaster risk assessment revealed that 4,000 households in Alangalang still live in makeshift homes or shared spaces with relatives. Through the 4PH program, we are turning that statistics in a story of change, giving every Alang-Alanganon the dignity of home ownership and the security of a stable future. These two landmark projects, the Bypass Road and the 4PH Housing Project, are not just infrastructure endeavors. They are pathways to transformation. They mark at the beginning of new era for our beloved municipality. An Alang-Alang that moves forward with ease and connectivity. An Alang-Alang that shelters its people with dignity and pride. And an Alang-Alang that stands tall as a gateway of progress in Leyte, ready for the challenges of today and the promise of tomorrow. Together, let us continue building an Alang-Alang that is premier, people-centered, agro-industrialized, an Alang-Alang that truly moves forward for all. All these accomplishments, milestones, and victories are not solely the achievement of the executive and our hard-working department heads and employees. They are also a testament to our unity in governance. We extend our deepest appreciation to the Sangguniang Bayan members whose steadfast support, commitment, and legislative action have been instrumental in achieving the developmental agenda and protecting the welfare of every Alang-Alanganon. Of course, thank you to our honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan, Honorable Charles Jericho Duane Tan, our SK Federation President, and the Committee Chair on SK Affairs, Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Honorable Sara Aporillo, Liga ng mga Barangay President, Chair, Committee on Ways and Means, Committee on Barangay Affairs and Community Development, Honorable Arvin A. Antony, Chair, Committee on Human Rights and Protection, Committee on Police Matters, Honorable Kent Jeff Lord C. Guillermo, Chair, Committee on Health and Sanitation, Committee on Tourism and International, Honorable Elmer Matubato, Chair, Committee on Market and Slaughterhouse and the Committee on Infrastructure, Honorable Claire G.U., Committee Chair on Environment and Natural Resources and DRR, Committee on Games and Amusements, Committee on Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, Queer, Intersex, or the LGBTQIA+ Rights and Welfare, Honorable Ketchi Rex A. Barantes, Committee Chair on Rules, Laws and Privileges and the Committee on Education, Honorable Blisilde M.U., Committee Chair on Agriculture, Committee on Cooperatives, Committee on Senior Citizens, Veteran Retirees, and Persons with Disability, Honorable Gina Balderramos, Committee Chair on Women, Children and Family Welfare, Committee on Labor and Employment. Honorable Kenneth Spice M. Divira, Committee Chair on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, Committee in Good Government, Public Ethics and Accountability, Committee on Public Utilities and Facilities, Transportation and Communication. Their united action with the executive is proof that governance is strongest when leadership is shared and when service is rooted in compassion and purpose. And most importantly, we give special recognition to the steadfast leadership of our Municipal Vice Mayor, Honorable Mario V. Bague. His guidance, discipline, and drive for excellence elevated our legislative department to historic achievement, securing third place in the local legislative award with an overall rating of 90.50%, the first time ever in the history of Alangalang, in the Municipality of Alangalang, to receive this award. This recognition is not only an award, it is a declaration that Alangalang is rising. Together, we move forward, united, determined, and committed to building a premier, people-centered Alangalang. As Alangalang enters a new era of governance, we embrace an expanded vision that captures both our growth and our responsibility to future generations. A premier, people-centered, agro-industrialized, and sustainably urbanized municipality by 2030. The addition of sustainably urbanized Alangalang signifies our readiness to evolve, guided by balance between progress and preservation. This vision will direct the updating of our comprehensive land use plan, which concludes this year, ensuring that every infrastructure, economic and social development aligns with our long-term goals for a livable, resilient, and forward-looking municipality. Every policy, every project, and every partnership we forge today is anchored on this vision, a roadmap built on peace, safety, and progress, the enduring foundation of Alang-Alang's success. In governance sector, for Premier Alang-Alang, strong, transparent, and participatory governance remains our foundation. Through accountable leadership, efficient service, and active citizen involvement, we uphold integrity and inclusiveness. This is Premier Alang-Alang, a government that leads with credibility, compassion, and purpose. Economic sector, for agro-industrialized Alang-Alang, our economy continues to rise through agriculture enterprise and innovation by empowering farmers, supporting local businesses, and improving infrastructure. We move closer to an agro-industrialized Alang-Alang where growth is sustainable and prosperity is shared by all. Social sector, for the people-centered Alang-Alang, people are the heart of our progress. Programs in health, education, and social protection affirm that true development is measured by dignity and empowerment. Together, we build a compassionate, inclusive, and united community, a truly people-centered Alang-Alang. And right now, we have added up sustainably urbanized Alang-Alang. As Alang-Alang grows, we ensure that progress is disciplined, balanced, and eco-conscious. We aim for a town that advances without forgetting environmental and cultural responsibility. Guided by this vision in our CLUP updating, every project will be orderly, responsible, and future-ready. Sustainable urbanization is our promise to grow with wisdom, build with balance, and thrive with purpose. As we stand on the threshold of 2030, let us continue to build an Alang-Alang that is strong in governance, vibrant in economy, compassionate in service, and sustainable in growth. Together, we move forward not as individuals or institutions, but as one Alang-Alang, guided by vision, strengthened by unity, and inspired by the shared hope of a brighter tomorrow. Samtang padayon ang aton pag-uswag, kinahanglan nga ang tagsa nga proyekto, kada mga plano, kada tagsa nga desisyon, bubuhaton naton hakaupayan parahan nga tanan. Dirila parahan niya na, kundi para pa han mga masunod nga henerasyon han alang-alang. Together, these four pillars, premier governance, people-centered social programs, an agro-industrialized economy, and sustainable urbanization form that roadmap that will lead Alang-Alang towards 2030. They embody not just our priorities, but our shared purpose to build an Alang-Alang that is strong in leadership, inclusive in growth, productive in industry, and sustainable in progress. Ini an aton giya, han aton padayon nga pagbiyahe. Usa nga biyahe, han paglaom, pag-uswag, ngan pagburuglig. Because everything we do it para han tagsa nga pamilya, para han aton mga anak, ngan para han mas maupay pa nga alang-alang. Uswag pa alang-alang, padayon kita para in mas sustainable, mas malimpyo, ngan mas maurupay nga alang-alang nga aton igpapasigarbo. Damo nga salamat, maupay nga gabi ha aton nga tanan.